I want to begin the debate by introducing everyone from both sides tonight. On one side, we have Smita Prakash, Saurabh Shukla, T.R. Kakka, former commissioner, M.R. Venkatesh and Abhijit Iyer Mitra. And as I introduce the other side tonight, let me say this today, that I am angry at the desperation of these instigators. But I'm deeply disappointed with their selfishness. If they wanted a headline, on the day that Trump comes to India, if they wanted a headline to feed to some global lobbies, they should not have done it at the cost of human lives. So in this violence, do not think we don't see through it. Do not ever assume that your game is not understood by the people of India. I will give the sequence of the instigation tonight. This constant instigation, provocation. The blood of these people who died today is on your hands, all those who feed on violence, and they will be made to answer on my program this evening. Because this is not a game worth playing. On the other side tonight, I have Yati Noza from Ahmedabad, Tanveer Ahmad, Mohammad Tausif Rahman, Vivek Srivastav and Tasleem Ahmad Rahmani. I'd like to begin by asking T.R. Kakkar to come into the debate. Mr. Kakkar, you have been the Commissioner of Delhi. The violence that has been instigated in Northeast Delhi is shocking. We are told that all the police is on the ground, but the violence has happened. People have died, including a head constable. Is this not instigation well timed to a global visit? Do you have any doubt in your mind that this was instigation, provocation, a search for violence that was very carefully timed?
Arnab, with a very heavy heart, I'm sitting here today. The amount of violence that has been unleashed in the East Delhi and elsewhere, it is definitely pre-planned and call it a sabotage to malign the country when a foreign dignitary is on our soil. I do not know why so-called leaders of this particular group are unable to manage them. I think it is time now that a very heavy dose has to be given to people like this. Enough long rope has been given. We have now lost a head constable. Talking of democracy in a place like America, and I know it for definite, that if you touch the uniform, even the uniform of a constable, you will be shot. Now here they are not only throwing stones, they are doing lathi blows on them.
Excuse me, sir.
Now,
Trump is not a god. He brings no benefit. He brings no development to India. He just came here to visit Taj Mahal. He cannot pronounce Swami Vivekananda.
That is not even the issue. Don't waste my time. Don't waste my time. Let him speak. Let him speak. Tanveer is back on the debate. One second. Let him speak. And let me tell you, if you think the people of this country don't understand that all you were seeking was a headline.
You are the people. You are the people who are instigating. You are the people who are bringing bad name to this country. And you have the temerity to once again question us. I think it is time. Police should be told, control the situation. And let me tell you, Delhi police is capable of controlling.
Vivek.
Let there be nobody else guiding them.
Anti-people law को लेकर के आप आए।
Absolutely.
एक anti-people law को लेकर के आप आए।
In just
आप
one
manage
day,
नहीं कर पा रहे हैं चीजों
situation will
को।
be brought under control. And people like
आप
you,
हर तरीके
and
से,
people like you,
you know,
will
from
go
every
behind bar,
angle,
or
you are
they
losing
will
out.
go to some martyr.
Thank
You
you.
lose out
They
on
will either go
elections.
behind the bar,
You lose out on the
or
faith
they'll
of the
go to some
people.
martyr.
You are unable to
Because-
control mobs.
Because you are the
You are a
people who
failure on all
instigate
fronts.
them.
You know, and these people.
who have
Heavy dose
These
आपने
people-
जामिया में शुरू किया
to
था।
sabotage this country.
जामिया में
You
heavy
do-
dose ही लाए थे आप।
These people,
JNU में
today I
heavy
want
dose
to
ही
ask
लाए थे
you,
आप।
Leave you-
I want to
Forget
ask
about
you,
Jamia.
Tanveer Ahmed,
Jamia got all
tell me, will a person like,
Forget about
will a
Jamia.
person like
You have
Taslim
no
Rahmani, for
power
example,
there. They are the people, they don't even understand. They don't even understand what CA is. They don't even understand. Or you don't make them understand. You are intentionally
I
trying
want to,
Don't
I
teach us
want to
CA.
ask today, I want to ask today, Mr. Kakkar, if I may, Mr. Kakkar, if I may, Mr. Kakkar, if I may, I'd like to also get others onto the debate. I'd like to get others onto the debate. I would like to get Smita Prakash on the debate with Tanveer today. Smita, are you in any doubt? Let me ask you that on 22nd of February in the night, strategically, 36 hours before Trump is to land in India, exactly 36 hours, they try blocking the Silampur-Jafrabad road. Then calls are made. Information is there with everyone that they are saying, and this Chandrasekhar Azad, this fellow, calls for more people to gather at Jafrabad on 23rd. So it is very well timed. It is timed at creating chaos and anarchy, trying to get a reaction. And I think we need to ask these people a clear question tonight. I think the only question they need to answer is, instead of giving any reasons, can they bring Head Constable Ratan Lal back to life? Can Tanveer do that? Can he bring Head Constable Ratan Lal back to life? Who will he blame for that today? Because they wanted a headline timed to an international event. They're responsible for the murder of Head Constable Ratan Lal. He died to his injuries. He died due to his injuries of people who they say are peaceful protesters. Shame on you, Tanveer, if you even didn't directly support these people anymore. I think Mr. Kakkar is right. The Delhi police can handle it. You're testing the nation's patience now. You are testing the nation's patience. No, let Smita go first and then you reply. Let Smita, because I addressed that to Smita.
My heart bleeds as much as your heart bleeds.
Don't play on all
Every
sides, Tanveer. Don't do this. I want Smita to come in.
This is absolutely
Don't tell me about sensible and innocent.
This kind of
you have lost
फिल्मी डायलॉग अब रहने दो.
put that argument today. Shops are being burned.
ये फिल्मी डायलॉग रहने दो अब तनवीर.
We are Indians
Enough.
first, and you are saying Ratan Lal.
Enough,
Can we also
enough.
speak about Muhammad
Nobody wants
Furqan,
this kind
who
of,
also
these
died
kind of,
under the hands
no,
of the
nobody
criminals.
wants this kind of
Muhammad
apple pie.
Furqan,
No,
a young
nobody
man
wants this
with
kind of
dreams and
statement about
aspiration also
your
died.
heart
Madam,
bleeding.
one second, Smita
Nobody is
Prakash.
interested in
One
all
second,
this.
Smita Prakash.
This
Can
is
we
all
also really
timed
condemn that
perfectly.
criminal called
Usually
Kapil
it
Mishra?
happens in
Can
Kashmir.
we
This time
condemn
because the
Mr.
security
Tejinder
forces
Singh
are
Bagga,
there in
a
Kashmir
criminal
and
called
they will
Kapil
not
Mishra,
allow, they did not
who
allow
nobody
this
is
to happen.
talking about that
It's happened
criminal
in
called
Delhi.
Kapil Mishra,
It's so
who
pathetic.
yesterday
It is
said
so
that he is going to
pathetic.
unleash all the
Everybody
violence.
running these
Kapil
visuals
Mishra
now, that is what hurts all the more. That, you know, when everything was going perfectly. The point is that 24 hours, 36 hours before this happened, if information was available,
Tanveer,
that
please
a
hear
metro
her and then
station is
reply,
being laid
Tanveer.
siege to,
Tanveer, do not
and
give
that
a prepared
protesters
statement.
are
Listen to her and then
going to
reply,
get
please.
violent. Why was this allowed to happen? Why was this absolutely
Please
allowed to
listen
happen?
to her. When you
Tanveer,
don't
you're
listen,
sitting
you have
miles
the
away from
capacity
what
to
is
listen.
happening.
Listen to her and then
Keep your
reply.
heart-
Please don't do this,
Keep your
Tanveer.
bleeding heart with you. Your bleeding heart does nothing. It will not bring a constable to life. It will not bring that property which has been destroyed back to life. It will not bring those injured people back from the hospitals. Keep your bleeding heart to yourself. Enough of your bleeding heart and your slogans of Azadi. This is what the slogan of Azadi has ultimately come to. It has come to two communities fighting. This is not pro-CAA and anti-CAA. This is two religious sentiments, sentimental groups which have gone for each other. We are just couching it. We're just couching it in CAA.
They wanted to make CAA and anti-CAA protest as Hindu and Muslim. It is not a Hindu-Muslim protest. It is a protest of a common Indian who is protesting there.
It is about between people who are keeping. Tanveer, can I intervene to tell you one thing? Volume will have to be lowered. I need to intervene here. Smita, allow me, please. I need to intervene here. I need to say something to Tanveer tonight. 1 minute. You know what it is between? You know what it is between? You know what it is between Saurabh and Yatin? I say what it is between. I tell you what this is between. I tell you 1 minute, Mr. Kakkar. I'll tell you what it is between. If you want me to tell you what it is between, yes, it is between two sets of people. Yes, there is a binary. Yes, there is a clear divide. And you know what the divide is between? It is not a Hindu-Muslim divide. It's no longer a CA, anti-CA divide. You know what the divide is, Saurabh? The divide is between people who believe in law and order and people who do not believe in law and order. There are people who want to burn shops
Absolutely.
and burn car showrooms and kill people on the one side. And those who are here to defend law and order. And that is the battle today. This is not sporadic violence anymore of 71 days back, since the 9th of December, not sporadic anymore. This is organized violence and anarchy. Organized violence and anarchy by a bunch of people who do not believe in electoral democracy. Saurabh is on the debate with Yatin Oza. Please don't interrupt me now. I will not be tolerant with you tonight.
Arnab, this is pre-planned. I said on your show a couple of days back that they will try to defame India. They're worried about India's growing stature in the global arena. Donald Trump coming to India, heaping praises on India and Prime Minister Narendra Modi cannot be digested by certain people. These are the people who are working against India's national interest. They are the people who are working against those people in uniform who are trying to defend our national interest. These are the people who need to be called out.
Vivek.
These are the people who don't want that on a day the US president is here, they want to bring these things to the fore, to tell the world that there is a problem in India. They are the people who need to be called out, and they are the people who need to be identified. Why is this happening? There are countries who are inimical to India's interests. They are also fueling it. Imagine, this is not, these young people have been misled and there is a conspiracy at play.
Thank you. Vivek, thank you. Yatin.
No, it's not about America. It's not about America. It's about you people are working against the interest of this great nation, the interest of India, interest of 1.3 billion Indians who want to live in peace, who want to live in harmony. You are the people who don't want this to happen. You are the people who have misled these young people. You are creating a deliberate to create a ploy that India has anarchy. No, sir. India will fight this back. Every Indian who believes in democracy will fight this back, and they will fight it back.
The question is tonight.
The question is tonight.
Saurabh, the question tonight is this: that there has been an attempt, Yatin Oza, at building a moral equivalence between those who agree and disagree in CA. This is not about agreement or disagreement anymore. It's not about CA. It's not about anarchy. It's not about NRC. It is about anarchy, and I'll tell you why. Because till this point of time, you could have said it's between pro and anti-CA. This is not. You know, today sharp objects are being hurled at the police. An attempt is being made to kill police people, and one police person has died. Secondly, Yatin Oza, you can have a disagreement, but tell me, these cowards don't even take responsibility. I ask you tonight, did the police burn the trucks? Did the police burn down the petrol pump at Bhajanpura? Did the police set vehicles on fire? Did the police burn down and reduce to ash and dust car showrooms? You tell me, don't tell me, tell MR Venkatesh. Did the police
condemn the violence? But Delhi police doesn't
burn homes and police booths? No, did the police wear masks and hurl stones in Mojpur? Did the police do that? And when I ask these questions, you have got no answer, so you want to try and shout it out today. But you will lose. You will lose. The people of the country are going to speak up today against this. I want Yatin Oza to come into the debate, please. Please, Yatin Oza.
If you have asked me, yes, no. Answer is simple. Police won't do that. Police is for security of all of us. But I am reminded of that proverb, 70 चूहे खा के बिल्ली हज को चली. How many policemen killed during Ayodhya violence?
You know,
how many policemen killed during...
What is this? You are rationalizing the killing of Ayodhya. Honestly, I did not expect this from you. Directly or indirectly trying to rationalize the murder of a policeman is unacceptable. Let me tell you this. No, Yatin Oza, rethink your statement. What do you mean by trivializing something with a comment like Billi Haj ko chali? A police officer has died today. A head constable has died today. He was in the line of duty. I asked you a question. Why were masked men understand part of the violence. Were stones pelted from terrace or not? Where was the supply of stones coming from? Please don't try to rationalize the killing of a police officer.
I am not supporting this violence. I am not supporting
please, for heaven's sake, on a day when a police officer has lost his life, please do not drag the police and the men in army. Men in police, men in army are not people to be dragged. Men in uniform are not to be debated.
Police constable murder. BJP MPs involved in police officer murders. There are 7 ministers and 11 MLAs
I think senility has got the better of you. I have to only say this. I think your senility has...
I asked you just one question.
Nothing more I can say. Murder of
I'm sorry to say this, Mr. Oza. You are
I just wish to ask one question to you, Yatin Oza.
I am not at all.
What are you talking about, Yatin Oza? Do the lives of people who protect us matter? Do the lives of people who protect us, do the lives of people in uniform matter?
It does.
What more proof do you want? Do the lives of people who protect this country matter?
Yes, it does.
Do they matter or not matter, Yatin Oza? Tell me tonight. And don't pretend that this was not instigated to be timed with the Donald Trump visit.
No.
Yes, M.R. Venkatesh.
I strongly condemn this violence.
Arnab,
I strongly condemn this violence. But
nobody
BJP
wants your
with what dirty
condemnation.
face they are
We
saying,
want you to
their
say
11
that
MLAs
this is a
and
instigated
7
violence.
ministers are
I don't want your
involved
damn
in
condemnation.
murder
Please
of
understand
different
that.
police
Man has lost his
personnel.
life protecting you and me. Please understand that, Mr. Oza.
What you want.
Don't try to play by the rule book.
17
I don't care
policemen
your
murdered
condemnation either,
during
Mr. Oza.
17 policemen murdered during Ahmedabad's renaming Karnavati and Ayodhya violence. BJP MLAs and 7 ministers are accused.
M.R. Venkatesh.
Today we should have debated what should have been the outcome of Trump. Instead we are debating. About this particular riot in Delhi. How sad it is. What is it that will hit the headlines tomorrow in the papers? What is it that is hitting the headline tonight in all TVs? It is this riot in Delhi. It is a clean, planned, provoked attack against the police. It is done by people, and this is what we have been warning. This is what we have been warning. Who do not want to actually accept the majesty of law. Those who don't want to have the constitution. Those who don't want to play by the constitution.
It is people like you. You are a practice.
Accept the rise
Such riots have to be ruthless.
No. It is not a riot. First of all, it is arson. It is not a riot. It is arson. It is arson. It is not riot. It is not a riot. It is arson. Correct your words. It's an arson. Rioters behind an arson. They wanted a riot. It is not a riot. It is arson.
I'm sorry.
Use the right phraseology, Yatin Oza. Use the right phraseology. I will correct you there. How dare you call it? Where are the riots? Riots on both sides. This is arson. And I tell you, the arsonist is out here. The arsonist is the person who the Bhim Army Chief Chandrasekhar Azad issues a call. And he said, Bhim Army ke sabhi log Jafrabad
But
pahunche.
I accept what
Why
you
did
say.
he say that on 23rd of February? Why did he say that? I'm asking you tonight. You are frustrating the Supreme Court of India. I want to go to Smita Prakash. Smita, you are on the debate tonight. Ask them just one question. The Supreme Court of India said that you must let the road be opened up at Shaheen Bagh. And they know, and because of that, they try to deliberately create the trouble in Jafrabad. In other words, you challenge the Supreme Court of India. You challenge the Delhi police. You challenge the institutions. You abuse the army. You challenge electoral democracy. You want mob culture to spread in this country. And when a police officer died, you cowards, all these cowards, cannot even own up and take responsibility for it. And then Tanveer Ahmed tries to do a moralization of this. This was tied to the Donald Trump visit. Smita Prakash. This was a well-planned conspiracy. You've been called out.
We are challenging the Home Minister. Are you serious?
We are challenging the people who are...
Have the guts to debate a law. How dare you take the law into your own hands? Who are you?
This man sitting in the car has no respect for any pillars of our democracy.
We have a right to challenge the
He
BJP.
doesn't believe this man sitting in the car and screaming his guts out. Well, look at these people. They don't believe in the judiciary. They don't believe in the legislature. They don't believe in the executive. They don't believe in the media. They don't believe in democracy. All they believe is setting fire and coming and screaming out here every night. This is what happens. This is what happens, and that's the reason why 10 districts in Delhi today have Section 144. As soon as they realize that Shaheen Bagh is going to run into trouble and is losing its fizz, this is what happened. This is why they have started moving to other areas, and this is going to happen in every city. And
losing
this
its fizz?
man's house is not pulled down, he's not going to come and accept that arson is wrong. It's only when his house
control your
is
no.
arson is
लेकिन मॉब को हैंडल करना आना चाहिए.
I would like to tell you, Smita, that you do not need to use those words. I condemn it, and perhaps you need to take those words back, because this is the kind of sliver that they want. We do not believe in violence. We must make that point clear. But you know what? I agree with you on another point.
No, but what I'm
on another point, I agree with you. These people have no support base.
How can he justify arson?
No.
Unless it hurts him, he's going to justify
they
arson.
They justify arson because I'll tell you why they justify arson. You want to know why they justify arson? Good question. I'll tell you why they justify arson.
How do you justify?
Should I tell you why they justify arson, Smita? Let me explain this to you. Let me explain this to you why they justify arson. Should I tell you why they justify arson? Because nobody supports them. You know why they justify arson, Smita? Because the people like Taslim Rahmani get 150 votes when they actually try to fight an election. They have no popular support. They are professional blackmailers on violence. Ask Taslim Rahmani, who comes and speaks about these issues every day, how many votes he got. These people have no public support. They've been rejected by the people. For them, violence, supporting arson, threats of violence, direct or indirect, while putting their heads under the sand like ostriches. When the police inspector died, head constable Ratan Lal died, he was deployed to curb the Maujpur violence. He was trying to pacify these people. They picked up a stone and hit him and they killed him. He died today. Sickeningly outrageous today. Sickeningly outrageous today. That after that they say, get out the police. Ask them today, Smita. Ask Tausif today. Ask any of these people. Ask Tanveer today. Did they not say Gherao the police after the police constable died? Did they not say that?
You don't have to ask me anything, Arnab.
You are professional arsonists.
You ask me any question, you have the answer. If I am wrong, you know me very well, Arnab.
My only question is, what was head constable Ratan Lal's fault? He came from Sikar in Rajasthan to join the police force. 1998 he joined the police force. He's 42 years old. He's survived by his wife and children. He survived by 2 daughters and a son. What was his fault?
I understand, Arnab.
50 to 60 policemen are injured. What was their fault? You want to tell me this is a peaceful protest? You want to tell me this is a peaceful protest? That's the only question. Right? Saurabh, ask them. Ask them, Saurabh, if after today they can claim there's the peaceful, law-abiding constitutional expression of the democratic interests and participative democracy and words like that. Ask him tonight. Ask him, Saurabh, if after tonight he like any definition, any use of words, he can call it a peaceful protest, Saurabh. Ask him that. You tell me whether you can call this a peaceful protest.
The peaceful protest. I am saying we support the arson because they are.
You tell me whether anything of this anti-C has been a peaceful protest.
Is this civilized behavior?
Saurabh,
you have killed a person in the line of his duty, a braveheart who was performing his duty. You are culpable for this. You and your backers need to realize that there is a resolve of India. The idea of India will defeat people like you, but the law will get after you, and they should. It's time that the government realizes that these people are not going to understand the voice of reason. They need to be dealt in a different manner. They need to make sure that you need to be made an example of. The law must get after you to tell you that India will not tolerate this. You are fighting against the idea of India.
Saurabh sir, why don't you let them protest peacefully? Just tell me something. If you let them...
They are not peaceful protesters. You understand the difference between rioters, arsonists and protesters? What are you talking about, peaceful protest?
Protest does not mean that local elements will be allowed. Just hear me out, sir.
I asked T.R. Kakkar to come into the debate. T.R. Kakkar.
Strongly recommend
T.R. Kakkar. T.R. Kakkar, I'll tell you one thing. Today I'm asked a question.
Why we are shouting in the studio?
Just one point.
What we want. This CAA.
No, 1 minute. Today they say we are not shouting, we are making our point to you. Do you understand that? We are making our point strongly to you because we are fed up. We've watched this for a long time. We've been observing from a distance. They are asking tonight, Yatinoza is back on the debate with T.R. Kakkar. They are asking me tonight, why are these people not allowed to protest peacefully? To which I want to just mention a few visuals that I have seen. In visuals of firing in front of a virtually unarmed policeman. You can see how the man in a red shirt, blue jeans and white shoes is running towards a lone policeman. You can see how the policeman is armed with one lathi, yatinoza, and the man is holding what appears to be a gun. He is headed towards the cop undoubtedly, and he fires a shot. My question is, what is more horrendous in this country than gun-wielding hooligans taking on lathi-wearing policemen? And I want to ask you tonight, viewers, watch this and tell me by what definition are these peaceful protesters? How long will we hear this rubbish repeatedly? You know, it's not about stone pelting, it's not about burning police stations, it's not about burning buses, it's not about, you know, we've been saying this for now 71 days now. This is not peaceful and these are not protesters. That's the only point we need to make. TR Kakak, are these peaceful protesters? By what definition is this a peaceful protest? Ask the people who are caught in the middle of that, whose lives are at risk. Ask them whether they consider this to be a peaceful protest by any definition. TR Kakkar with Yatin.
I think peaceful, word peaceful has a definition of its own. There is nothing peaceful in this agitation. These are deliberately being provoked. These people are deliberately being provoked by people like Oja and others. And I think it is time that such leaders should be booked under PSA. The police will answer why they have been booked under PSA. Because they continue to plan to sabotage not only the visits, etc., but also the maintenance of order.
Commissioner,
and
before saying that we should be put behind the bars,
all over,
you must know my background.
I wish the man
at this place.
I wish the man who in red shirt had been shot by a policeman. I wish that man had been shot. If that man is pointing a gun, I will shoot him if I ever see somebody pointing a gun at me.
Today accused of murdering police personnel in Gujarat. What are you talking? I am only saying that these people, you people who are defending BJP must introspect.
Don't you have something else
I am not at all a sympathizer of these people. That red shirt person should have been fired at. He should have been shot at.
You talk of things that
don't
may
make
have
you and cry. Your 11 MLAs and 6 ministers are involved in murders of 17 police officers. One did not Karkare laid his life for the nation. What action BJP has taken against Sadhvi Pragnya?
We are talking of the violence that has taken place today, that has taken place yesterday.
No, we are talking about your accountability. We are talking about your accountability. We are talking about the accountability of people who sit on the side. Yatin Oza, please understand what I'm talking about. There are too many spectators clapping and cheering from a side. Let me tell you today, this afternoon after 4 o'clock, a DCP who was right at the spot to control the situation also suffered injuries. He has been taken into hospital. He's being treated now in a neuro department of a private hospital. I'm asking you tonight, have you people no shame? And you know what will happen now, Smita? While that man fights back, while that DCP fights back, these people like Taslim Rahmani sit there quietly today. You know why?
1 minute.
You know why? Because Taslim Rahmani realizes that his game is up. Because people like Taslim Rahmani know they've been rejected by the people, and they've been rejected by the people who they claim to represent.
I think you don't
That's what I'm telling you. What will you speak? What will you speak, you peddler of hate?
Because I will
You are a peddler of hate. That's what you are.
You are trying to hide the crimes.
You are a peddler of hate. What facts will you talk about? First, you only apologize. I will not even let you speak unless you apologize. First, apologize to all the people of India for peddling hate all this time. When you decide to do that, I will let you speak. Otherwise, I will not even let you speak. I will not show disrespect to the policemen who are fighting so bravely for law and order against the wishes of people like you. I will not let them. I will not let you speak. I will not let you speak. You man, you get 149 votes. You are a frustrated man who does not have the support of the people, and you want to come here, use my forum. I will not. Cut you up. Cut you up. Cut you up. You provoke people like you should be arrested. People like you who provoke on the side should also be arrested. Instigators like you should be locked up. Only then will you realize. Thank you very much. Now I ask you tonight, will the instigation end? I'm asking very clearly. You want to have a peaceful protest, Tanveer? Look at the pictures out there. And I want to ask you tonight, tell Smita Prakash, for how long will you fool yourself and try to fool people of India by saying this is a peaceful protest? It was not a peaceful protest. This is the desperation of political groups who have tried to take this too far. And the problem, like people like you want to have a hands-off attitude. You know what they want to do? When the protests happen, when the killings happen, when Waris Pathan speaks what he does, when a 4-month-old child dies, when a DCP is injured and fighting tonight, and when a head constable is dead, you know, Smita, at that point of time, these people, Tanveer Ahmed and the whole lot, you know what they do? They wash their hands off and they say, we are very disappointed with that. They wash their hands off. That is what they do.
I want the poets and the actresses to come for the funeral
I'm saying tonight,
of that constable.
Lock up the instigators.
I want the poet to write. I want the poets to write. I want the poets to write poems in honor of that constable. I want the actresses to come for the funeral of that constable.
Listen to her.
You're not fair.
No, will you come?
It is responsibility of the Home Minister.
Will you write Shero Shairi for that constable
event is happening
who
when
has
Donald
died
Trump has
trying
come
to
to India?
protect people?
I agree with Yamar Venkatesh. Today we should have been discussing
will
about
those
what is the
actresses
business
come today and grieve for that constable? Will the poets come and write poetry for that constable? Who's going to come and grieve for that constable? Tell me. Who's going to grieve for those people who have lost their car? Do you know how much people save to buy that car? Do you know how much people save for their homes which were set on fire today? Do you know what it means? And here you will say, my heart bleeds. My heart bleeds. To hell with your bleeding heart. Nobody wants your bleeding heart. Nobody wants your bleeding heart, Tanveer. Ask those poets who said Kagaz nahi dikhayenge to come and write poetry in memory of that constable who has died.
Abhijit and Mitra is also quiet tonight. Sorry, I haven't come to you, Abhijit.
To come and shed a few tears.
Delhi should not lead. When
Abhijit Iyer Mitra is also calling in tonight. It's a rage across the country. People are angry. People are furious. People have snapped tonight, Abhijit. This has been going on for too far. This is time to the first ever visit of an American president. This is timed at a headline. And today there is a police officer who is fighting today after being injured at 4 o'clock. Okay, another police officer has died. We've seen the events. Today, these are not protesters. They brought out their guns. They have brought out their guns and they are on the kill. They are desperados. But I'm saying tonight, Abhijit, we can't target only them. We must target those who have been instigating on social media, on Twitter, on Facebook, on other platforms. People who've been instigating and clapping on the side are trying to hide tonight. Can we let them hide tonight, Abhijit?
Arnab,
can we let them go away? Can we let them get into their cupboards and pretend they don't exist?
Why don't you take Kapil Mishra's names for once? I condemn Chandrasekhar.
First of all, we can never let them hide. But the main thing about social media is
Abhijit, thank you.
Abhijit,
Abhijit, they are the one who started this violence, didn't they, Arnab?
Please let Abhijit speak.
I want you to consider, Arnab. The motive and the sequence. Who had the motive? Who had the motive to start this off during a major international visit? Number one. Number two, remember the sequence of events. Yesterday there was rioting at Aligarh, at AMU. And one person lost their eyesight out there. Since 6 p.m. I've been getting SMSs about, 6 p.m. last night I've been getting SMSs about an increase in violence in Jafrabad. Today it has spread. Now ask yourself, why is this happening so sequentially? Why is it happening in a graded fashion like this? And if you remember, Arnab, on this very same program, I had predicted, had Shaheen Bagh not been controlled, you were incentivizing this kind of violent behavior, and you were basically telling the ordinary people whose lives were being ruined because of all these occupy the street kind of movements, that, you know, normal people were also being pushed to desperation because they want to get on with their lives. They want shops to open. They want to be able to make money. They want to sell things. Not everybody is a criminal like these rioters.
Normal people, desperation. He's speaking the same language of Kapil Mishra's language.
Yeah, normal people want to get on with their lives. Normal people don't celebrate. Normal people don't celebrate when policemen are killed by gun-wielding arsonists. Normal people don't want roads to be burnt. Normal people don't want petrol pumps to be burnt. Normal people don't want school buses to be attacked. Normal people don't take guns into their hands and shoot at policemen. Normal people don't do that. Don't teach me the definition of normality. Please don't. Please don't you dare.
Where is Arvind Kejriwal today? Why is Arvind Kejriwal keeping quiet?
I have also, all of you, why Arvind Kejriwal, you, Kumaraswamy, all of you, take a position on this. Stop clapping on the side.
Arvind Kejriwal, what are you shying behind? Arvind Kejriwal, Mr. Manish Sisodia, you have to come on the street.
And what are you shying behind?
We want peace. Such a great international event
Point
is
the mirror at yourself.
Nobody really wants violence.
Point the mirror at yourself. What are you shying from, Tanveer Ahmed?
Can I just tell you one thing? Tanveer, can I tell you, just hear me out. Just hear me out one thing. Tell me, why is that on a day when the US president is in India, this thing suddenly escalates? Why is that you want picture of India, which is
you need
a
to answer
prosperous
it, sir.
India, a country
We don't know.
which values
I don't
its
know.
people,
You need
which
to
is
answer, sir.
No, you need
You
to
are the
answer
one
it,
who's
sir.
working
You
with the
need,
government.
and
You are the
your
one who's
people,
having
your
intelligence.
people need
You
to
are the
answer
one
it,
who's
sir.
having police.
You
You are the
want to
one who has the
showcase the
army.
India
You are the one
where
who has
arsonists
everything.
run
You are the one
riot.
who has
You want to
full
showcase the
information.
India
I am just
where
a normal
burning
common
tires
man.
are shown.
Bloody
You don't
common
want
man
to
who's suffering
see
because
the
of
American president
political
heaping
motives
praise
of yours.
on
You need to
1.3
really
billion
answer
people
it,
of
sir.
India.
You have better answers than
you
I
want to
do.
drive
I
the
don't have
investors
any
away.
answer,
You
sir.
want to drive the jobs away. You are working against young people of this country. You people are working against those who want their aspirations to be as much as any global citizen. You are the ones who are against the young people.
I am a bloody common man who's worried much more than you do, sir.
You are not a common man. You are not a common man. You want to know the question the common men are asking tonight? No, you are not a common man. And what is that? What is the arsonist supporter Taslim Rahmani speaking about? I think Taslim Rahmani should be one of the first people to be arrested. I think today, Saurabh, I think Taslim Rahmani, in my view, should be one of the first people to be arrested. Unless people like him are made to face the music, there will be no solution to this.
They should be
put Taslim Rahmani in jail for a week.
Put under PSA.
Put him in jail for a week. Amar, what do you say?
What about
let people like Taslim Rahmani be booked under the PSA. It is time let people like Taslim Rahmani be booked under public security. No.
He must be made.
I am telling you, unless people like viewers, do you agree with me? Should people like Taslim Rahmani now be picked up and be locked up in jail? They misuse our democracy, viewers. Thank you. You should be in jail, Rahmani. You should be in jail, Rahmani. Amar Venkatesh, thank you. Enough of you.
Yes.
Enough of you.
Precious
little of you will be shown on television tonight. Amar Venkatesh, they talk about responsibility and I want to ask one question. I'm asking tonight. Tausif is on the debate with you, Amar.
What is this responsibility these people are
What do you say?
Arnab Goswami must
Arnab, when they are talking about taking law and order in their own hands.
I am asking the question, Taslim Rahmani. I said precious little of you should be shown on air. Thank you very much, Taslim Rahmani. The question is no longer to you. You are an arsonist and people like you should be locked up. That's a statement, not a question. You don't deserve one of my questions. Thank you. I said Tausif on the debate on the right. Thank you. Thank you. You are an arsonist supporter. You should be booked under all strongest of the sections, locked up in jail and be made to face the charges.
We do not want this to happen.
Now my question is, viewers, I'd like to say one more thing tonight. I want to talk to you about cowardice. Cowardice. Will those people take responsibility tonight? The people who say 15 crore of hum and 100 crore of tum, will they take responsibility tonight? Question one. Question two, can people, Amar Venkatesh, Smita, factually illiterate people like Swara Bhaskar and that cabal who have been peddling misinformation, will they wash their hands off today? Can people like Manishankar Raya, allow me to complete, who made the Katil remark at Shaheen Bagh, shrug their shoulders today? Can all those who celebrated Azadi slogans in Shaheen Bagh and dismissed the Jinnawali Azadi slogans feign ignorance today? You don't like these questions, Tausif? These are the questions on India's mind tonight. I think Smita is back on the debate. Smita.
Okay, Arnab, keep Shaheen Bagh aside. Keep
No, don't.
I just want to tell you about
You have taken this too far.
I'm very worried about
I'm sorry, there's nothing for you to answer. I asked the question to Smita. I am asking you, will people like Tista Setalwad, who were tutoring people in Shaheen Bagh, visit the site where the policeman died today? Where are they tonight? Where is the Lutyens media?
See, Shaheen Bagh has
where are they tonight, Smita?
I told you
where have they all disappeared tonight in a heap?
Shaheen Bagh has been
You instigated. I told you a long time back. Thank you. I told you a long time back. This is not politicized. I am asking you today. I am asking you today. I am asking you today. You need to understand today. I am telling you this has been built up and built up and built up by people who do not have anything to answer tonight. And when this happens, you will say, oh, you know what? It's an intelligence failure. Do you understand what you're talking about? Who was instigating? Look at all of them right
Arnab,
now.
I am telling you.
Look at all of them right now. Smita, all of them are looking down. They have nothing to say.
People sitting in
They have nothing to say. The questions I am asking are uppermost on the minds of people across the country today.
This is the game.
Congress should be ashamed of it. They have destroyed the innocence of Shaheen Bagh.
You are blaming the Congress. Okay, Tausif is blaming the Congress. Okay, let's see how they pass it between each other. Tausif and Smita.
नहीं बुरा नाम देने की बात नहीं है. This should have been stopped. This should be over. This should be absolutely over. आप क्या कह रहे हैं? इसमें बुरा नाम आप देख रहे हैं? Can you see the monitor? Can you see homes being burnt? Can you see the fire? This is what is happening, and woke people are finding out. Is this going to impact on the visit of Donald Trump? ये बातें चल रही हैं कुछ channels में. ये बातें चल रही हैं. ये Donald Trump के साथ जोड़ा जा रहा है साहब. What are you talking? What are you saying that giving these people a bad name?
Trust me, ma'am. Everything will be shut down.
They are going about burning property. Do you know how much a family would have saved to buy this car?
I'm just concerned about the citizen of India.
Do you know what it means
Army is a citizen of India.
Lower middle class family
is also a citizen of India,
to have
just
a
like
home,
you and me.
And that home being burnt to cinders, and you will try to legitimize this action as something a part of a movement.
I'd conclude by only saying one thing. There's a huge response to end this violence tonight. On the other side tonight, I want to tell you today, I only think there are people who believe in law and order, and the collective might, will and voice of the people who believe in law and order in this country will never be defeated. We will never be defeated. Do you understand that? We will never be defeated. And on the other side tonight, viewers, in case you missed the big event at the Motera Stadium that is coming up on the other side, the speeches of Narendra Modi and Donald Trump, Namaste Trump, the full event is coming up in a few minutes.